Guys, welcome back to Tech Reviews. Today we have these beautiful phones and an AirPod. As you can see, we have iPhone 16 Pro Max on the right side, iPhone 16, and the AirPods 4. Alright, today we're going to go ahead and talk about these phones, the similarities and the differences, and about our new AirPods 4, what's basically difference or how the quality is. So let's go ahead and start with our iPhone 16 Pro Max. So as you can see, I have this phone in natural titanium, which is an old, if you guys know that it's an old color, and the new color they came out for this iPhone 16 Pro Max is a desert, which I did not get. So if we go around the phone here, you can notice that we have our future button here, or let's call it an action button, whichever you like. So we have basically everything same back here, 3 cameras, the torch, and on the sides we have a up volume button, down, and action button. So if we go here at the bottom, we have type C. As you all know, Apple is using it since last 2 to 3 years. They have got onto this iPhone C-type, which is, I believe it's good. But as you all know, their competitor Samsung has this iPhone C-type as well. All right, let's go ahead and put this down. All right, we have this beautiful ultramarine iPhone 16. I really like the color on this. There's actually, like, I believe 2 extra colors they came out with. The teal, it's called, I think, the teal, kind of greenish, and pink color they came out with this, but this is the color that I like the most here. As you can see here, this one got the C-type 2, the speakers, and the future button on the side, or action button, whichever one you call. This is a power button, and then we have volume buttons right here and an action button. Now if you go to the back here, so see, it's kind of like leaving fingerprints here, but it does disappear, so which I really like. So we have these 2 cameras, and then they just, the notch here, as you can see, is they have lifted up, so that's the basically only difference. So if you basically remove this notch right here, this is basically the same thing as iPhone 12. I have this iPhone 12 here for the comparison here. So as you can see, why everyone is saying that's basically an iPhone. So for the starter, for the iPhone 12, they have this notch here, where this one does not. So, but if you remove this notch and then just bring it out a little more, I don't think you're going to notice a difference here. So, yeah. So if you don't know, as you can see right here, in the place where they gave a button on iPhone 16, it's an empty slot right here. Basically, they planned this for a while. I believe they have everything planned for the future. So that's where they place this future button right here for iPhone 16 and 16 Pro Max. So we're going to put that to the side. And we're going to go here on the sides. Everything is same. The future button we have. The power button. The cameras here. So yeah, everything looks the same. And we have C-type at the bottom. So let's see if the clear, yeah, there you go. The camera shows it clearly. All right, let's go ahead and put this down. Now let's go ahead and talk about this AirPod here. So these AirPods 4 did cost me about $129. These are not the noise cancellation ones, but if you do go with noise cancellation ones, it's gonna cost you about $179. And plus tax, it's gonna be around $185, $190, something like that. See, but to be honest, my personal opinion is I really don't like them. They did put a C-type here as well, but the quality is the part where they actually missed a lot of, you know, if you compare this to the 3rd gen or 2nd gen, it's totally a different thing here. And they did not provide the cable with this. Let's go ahead and look in the box here. They actually did not provide the cable. Can you believe that? So you would have to buy a cable for separately if you want to get the cable. But basically this is a box and they did not provide the earpieces. Okay, so these ones does not come with earpiece, so I believe that's the reason they did not provide it. But the box is empty. If you go here, basically all the paperwork here that I believe nobody reads. This is right here telling you that there are options on the side of the earphones where it tells you pause, play, forward. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Okay. Let's put the box in. All right, now let's get focus on our AirPods again. So the reason I didn't like, as I said before, the quality here, it's just not the best as you would expect. As you would expect from Gen 3 AirPods, but these are just like, they feel so cheap. Right here, I could feel the quality. Do you hear that? It's just not the thing that you would expect from Apple, even if they have a price here. As you can see, they do have a price, because this is the first time I'm seeing a price on the box as well. So they do have a price here, $129, and these are AirPods 4. But the quality on these are very, very cheap, and I really don't like it, to be honest here. Let's go ahead and put them back in their case. But and look at the size of this thing. It's just so small, and designed by California. Yeah, basically it's way too small. That's, I don't know if it's a good thing for some people. Some people like it a little. So it's pretty, the box itself is pretty small. All right, let's put that to the side. Now let's get back on the phones here. So I did set up the phones here, and I'm going to turn them on. Let's go ahead. There you go. They are turned on. Now we'll just wait for them to turn on. Let's go ahead and clean the screen here a little bit, so you could see better, and even on the camera. We're probably going to try to put the screen protector in this video, but we'll see how it goes. Let's go once cleaned. All right, so from the start, you notice is that iPhone 16 display stays on, while iPhone 16 Pro Max stays on, or lightness or brightness, whichever you want. I don't know if there's a setting on this where you could keep it on, but let's go ahead and see. So from the start, as you can see, that they basically are same thing, and then same dynamic island here they have. And if you go swipe right, everything is same. And if you bring down the upper menu right here, so basically we have everything except this satellite information, personal hotspots, Bluetooth, cellular, and the Wi-Fi, and which we all know they do give out. So as you can see, it's kind of modified here. And on the side, if you can see, it has this music icon and the cellular. See, if you click on this, add a control, you could add control. Basically, if you click on the circle here, scroll down and click on the circle here, cellular, you get all the options here. And then you could control add the control here as well. And the music, if you're listening to music, you could also add it here. Same thing, you could start adding stuff if you want. So now let's go ahead and look at some of the features here, as I have seen it before, but I want to show you guys. So now if you go on the calculator here, we do have a new option. As you can see, you could convert the currency, whichever currency you would like. Dollar to, let's see what we want. Dollar to Kuwaiti dinar. You're going to type in your $100 right here. It's basically 30,510 Kuwaiti dinar right here. So let's go ahead and let's see what options. Scientific. So there you go, that's your calculator. Basically they summed up everything here. And let's click on it now. Let's turn off the convert, click on it, go on basic. Now you could get your regular calculator that you use. Let's see if this one has the same thing, of course. Same thing. If you want to convert the currency or Mat Notes, scientific, and then basic. Let's click on Mat Notes. Let's click on continue, not now. So basically if you are doing anything with typing notes, or you want to put your problem here, math problem here, you could do that. Now let's get out here, and now let's check out the wallpapers, that the default wallpapers that they have given here. So let's see, click on wallpapers. Now you could, of course, as you all know, we could customize our own wallpapers here. Let's go and click on customization. We got colors, we got creation, and then you could also use the photos here. Now if you click on done here and we go right here, let's see what. So these are the new options that you get. Basically I'm going to show you guys these colors here. Unity Bloom Collection Astronaut, kind of old, but let's see what we have on the bottom. As you can see, all wallpapers. Okay, kaleidoscope wallpapers, emojis, and then Unity, and then we have basically collection and iOS 18, which if you have an iPhone 15 Pro Max, Pros, or whichever one you have, once you update it to iOS 18, you should get these new wallpapers that they provided here. So these are default wallpapers. So yeah, let's go ahead, exit out. Let's see what else we could get on the screen here and what else they have. So as you can see, I have a light mood on one and a dark mood on the other one. So let's go ahead and check their update. So do they need update here? So there is an update here, which I believe they are trying to fix the bugs that people are having issues. So I don't know if you heard, iPhone 14, 13, or any other lower iPhones, they are having an issue once they update it to iOS 18, the screen goes blank or it goes white. So let's see if we can find the option to keep our screen on. So display and brightness. So let's see, raise to wake 30 seconds. So it says auto lock never. Let's see if we have an option to keep this wake. So I do not see. Okay, so it says always on display. So as you can see, auto lock never. Let's see if we have an option to keep this wake. So I do not see. Okay, so it says always on display. So as you can see that we have an option for always on display for iPhone 16 Pro Max, but we do not have it for iPhone 16, which is kind of weird. If you're gonna give everything the same thing, but why not give this one option where it would keep your phone or display on all times? So this is pretty weird, and it just doesn't make sense for me here if you're gonna give every single option and just not give one that always on display option. It just doesn't make sense here. But I believe rest is same. Auto lock never, everything is same. Let's hit never and then exit out. So now let's turn this into dark mode as well, so we are on the same page here. Now if you go on action button right here, so now it gives you an option right here which exactly you want to keep your action button to. We have cameras, and then now it just gives you that action button, like, what do you say here? It gives you that little action or play that it tells you that. So this is basically Apple's way of saying we know what we are doing here. So you see how it's displaying the action here. So now let's see what we have. Recognize music, and then translate, magnifier, and then you could add more control, I guess. So now the other thing, as you guys know, that we do have a future button or action button, whichever you guys call here. We do not have any settings for that, since I believe now if you go on a camera setting, let's see if you have anything for that. Okay, let's see, camera. Click on camera. Let's go ahead and camera settings on this one too. Click on cameras. So now we do have all the options here for recording videos, slow-mos, and a lot, as you can see. Now fusion camera. Okay, so basically same options, so everything is same here, except as you can see all the way at the bottom here, it tells you about camera and arcade and privacy and all, but here it does not have that here. Now, yeah, I think the rest is the same here except camera control here. So now these are the options. As you can see, they both have clean preview. So now these are the options for your future or side button that Apple provided on these new versions right here. So we do have code scanner, magnifier, and non, and whichever you want to keep it selected. We have selected for camera, since once you click it, it goes right to the camera. Let's go ahead. Now you can see it just popped up. Now click on this one as well. Look, so that one click didn't work. Let's go ahead and see, now they both are displaying the cameras. So that's how you know that these are the settings. Whichever you want to choose, you want to choose as a code scanner, magnifier, or basically none, and keep it closed. So let's go ahead and click on none. Let's see if it still works here or not. Yeah, so once you click on none, nothing happens to the camera here. As you can see, you click on none here, nothing. So basically it disables the function of your future button here. Now if you want to click on code scanner, click on code scanner. Now it can scan your code. Click on magnifier, click on that. Now it's your magnifier right here. So as you can see, we do have magnifier right here. Let's click on zoom. It zooms in, zooms out, which is pretty nice. So now this is the thing that I like. Now they give you the option, just like your action button on the side, they give you an option to choose whichever you want to keep it on. So now launch camera, as you can see, let's click back on camera. So now here on launch camera, now it gives you an option to open the camera with a double click or a single click. So if we click on double click, let's see. So we cannot access the camera if I click it once. So I did click it twice there, but if you click it on it once, it's not going to give you the option. But if you click it twice here, it pops up the camera. Okay, so now let's go ahead back to the settings. Let's close that. So now that depends on you, whichever you like. So sometimes you accidentally gonna press it and then it's gonna open the camera. It's gonna take a bunch of random pictures which you don't want. Then I believe double click is for you, or any other options here, or you could just keep it turned off. So let's go ahead and check out the settings here. Let's go ahead and click on second. All right. So as you can see, once we click it twice, now it gives you an option for exposure, depth, zoom, cameras, style, and tone. So these are the options that you get. Now let's go ahead and do the same thing with iPhone 16 here. So it does now. So for the options to appear, unless you click it once, it's gonna give you an option to zoom in, zoom out, which if you don't want, then you have to double click. And now your options are here for exposure, depth, zoom, camera, style, and tone, basically. So let's see. Now once you click it back again, now it goes back to zoom. So let's go. So this one has same options. So EV, if you're selected EV. Now if you click on zoom here, so it gives you a maximum zoom of 25%. If you click on zoom, it's going to give you 25%. You could also use this upper screen. So now if you want to put it back, now you want to change something here, you click it again, you drag it down, it gives you options for whichever you want to use here. But yeah, I believe these are pretty good, but it's for some people, maybe it's a big step that Apple has done, but for me personally, I wouldn't say that it's actually a big step for Apple, since they have this thing planned for probably years and years. As you can see right here on the 12 or on your 15 or any other phone, you could see this empty button right here, which they filled. So now you know that they have everything planned for future 3 to 4 years, what they want to change every single year when they launch their new phones or new iPads, new MacBook, or new AirPods. So I believe this is a review for basic, simple review for iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro Max. So I think we all should be done here, except let's go ahead and play with these settings here. So as you can see, so now the torch here, they did something with the torch where you could make it all the way straight, or if you wanted to go around, it can go around, or you could spread it, whichever you like. So that's an option for iOS 18 if you have your iOS 18. Now same thing here. So if you want to spread it, you can spread it. You want to, you want to bring it together. So this one is not seeming to work here, but let's see here. Let's try. Now let's bring it back on. So this one does turn on, but let's go ahead and see. Okay, so this one does not, it doesn't like turning around, or maybe it does not turn around. But yeah, so it does not. So it is wide, but it's not going straight like the one that I have here on iPhone 16 Pro Max. As you can see, it's straight up once I go to right or left. So once I go to right, it spreads out. But on iPhone 16, it's not doing the same thing here. It's just basically shutting it and opening it. But yeah, I think iPhone 16, it does not have that option, or iOS 18, or maybe some of them do not have that option. Maybe in only Pro Max model have the options here. But let's go ahead and turn the torch off. So I believe this was a basic review of iPhone 16 and 16 Pro Max and the AirPods here. So I hope you guys liked the video. So you guys can also let me know what could I do in my next video. How should I compare them? How should I work on them? Or maybe you guys want to see the covers. Also, I do have phone cases for these phones, iPhone 16 Pro Max and iPhone 16. So let's go ahead. Let's bring out these cases. So I do have a clear case and other cases. Let's go ahead and try the clear case on iPhone 16 here. So as you can see for the iPhone 16, yeah, if you want to keep your phone's color to be seen, then I would say you can choose the clear case here. Now let's go ahead and try iPhone 16 Pro Max. So yeah, same thing here. Not a lot of difference. As I said, if you want your color to be seen, then these are the best option. Let's go ahead and take these off. Let's put this to the side. Now let's bring the other cases here. So we have something from Protect a Smartphone Case from Quality Never Stops. Let's go ahead and open this up here. So what they provide you is with the case and the screen protector and the wipes. So let's put this to the side here, and let's go ahead and put this on. Oops, looks like we're putting it the wrong way here. Let's go ahead and put this case on. Wow, it does look pretty nice here. So they did give you an option here with the case where you could make your phone stand up or however you like it. So let's see. Now let's see, what do we have for iPhone 16 here. So let's go ahead and open it. So we have this case from Subcase. Let's put this to the side and put this here, put on the case. Okay, so this is a solid case here. So your color could be seen, and also your phone is protected here tightly. And they did kind of lift up these sides, so it could prevent the damage on the cameras. So these are the case. Now let's go ahead and take them off and try a different case. So this is the only way you could take the cases off here, but I'm just gonna put this to the side and let's take this off too. Yep, these are kind of hard to take off here. Yep, there you go. Well, that was hard, but let's go put this to the side here and let's take out the new cover we got. So let's see, we have this one for iPhone 16 Pro Max. Okay, so this one looks like an auto box, but it's actually not from auto box. It's a pretty famous company, as you all know. They made pretty nice cases out here. But let's see, how can we... So there you go, found it. So just the way you could just take it off from the sides here. Yeah, it's pretty hard to take it off, as to be honest here, because it is a hard shell case. So the way we do this is basically put iPhone 16 Pro Max here, and the cover goes off. This side, as you know, it's an action button. They did give a specific instruction here. Let's go ahead and put it back on. So now if you just put on the sides here, you are all set. So yeah, that's one of the nice cases here. Now let's go ahead and let's see if we do have iPhone 16s. One more case. There you go. So let's pull this out. Now this is a nice case. They do come with a screen protector, as you can see. They do have stickers, the cleaning wipes. Let's go ahead and put this on right camera. There you go. Wow, this looks beautiful as well. So, but if you want something that protects your phone, I believe this is the best option here. So they did, as you can see, all the cases are kind of lift up just to save the camera, which is pretty nice option here. So I believe this is going to be the review of iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and the AirPods. In the next video, you guys could let me know what should I do, or give me opinion, what could I do better. So let me know, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank